Well, that was short-lived. Get out here and pipe is already out. So, thought I would do a bit of mushroom hunting. Take a break. Still working on the new chicken coop. I was going to say new and improved, but it's going to be a longer endeavor than I thought it would be. I can make it summer ready, but once fall comes and the temperature starts to drop, I'm going to have to do a bit more work on the walls and the outside of it. But if I do a few things, it's ready for summer. It's going to need some ventilation and a bit of airflow before I feel comfortable putting any chickens into it. So far, this is not exactly the place to do any type of mushroom hunting. Don't know why. Even my neighbors came across some poisonous morels. Not the good kind. I do know if I go to the lake down the street, I could find some, but don't exactly have the time or the energy to do anything like that. On the upside, I am finding these. They are the ferns that pop up. Most places I have seen these lately at my other job. They're fully out of the ground, but when you find them first coming up, usually they're balled up and they look like a spiral. You can pop them at the end, they'll grow back, and they have this nutty flavor to them. You know, they're really not that bad. They have a good texture to them too. Kind of like, taste-wise, they're kind of nutty. But texture-wise, it's like celery without the stringy crap in there. So really a better version of celery. What was that? Something's hopping around out here. Strawberries are popping up everywhere. Ton of strawberries. These, I believe these are the blueberries. Those are getting ready to flower. So, ton of foraging to do back here. And the downside, we have a good population of field mice, which means a lot of the strawberries, which are small to begin with, will have, oh boy, well, hello. Wasn't expecting this. So I knew something was living under here. I was not expecting a porcupine. And I have a feeling that overall he is just minding his own business. So I will get him out as soon as I am done with this video. And obviously he's not happy. I would not be happy either if I was stuck in there. So that is just me. Oh, and what do we have over here? What is this guy? That is who has been burrowing under the outhouse. Why, hello. And you are not happy either. Well, I can say that these have been successful traps. Not exactly what I have been hunting. Oh well. Well, at least the traps have been productive. Somewhat. Not exactly the chicken killers I have been looking for. Looks like I need to do some cleaning up. The wood pile fell over. Not surprised. And, man, with the rain that we've gotten, the amount of sunlight, the early warm weather, things are really starting to pop up, and I have a feeling it's going to be a fairly decent year for a lot of the things we have growing out here. So that should be fruitful, I'm hoping. I'm really not wanting to get that porcupine out. I have a feeling he's going to be very, very pissed off. But, you know, he did it to himself. So how are things going? Well, you know, honestly, for the first week, working 2 jobs at the same time. The one thing I did not consider, that for some reason, I have been waking up at least an hour before the alarm even goes off. I wake up right away, do my morning stuff, and then I head out. And first thing I do is feed the chickens, give them fresh water. Nobody seems to lay eggs first thing in the morning, so I've been getting those in the afternoon. One of the chickens is continuing to piss me off because I found at least 1 egg broken per day, which cuts it down to 6 or 7 eggs per day. And you know, I want production to go up. I don't want some asshole sabotaging the whole thing. And that's exactly what she's doing. So I think I might know which one's doing it. Quite frankly, she's pissing me off. And could end up finding herself on a dinner plate if she doesn't knock it off. So I am going to have to do a little bit of research and figure out if these critters I caught, if they are any type of predators, but I highly doubt it. For the life of me, I can't figure out how the porcupine ended up in there if it wasn't interested in the eggs I put in there. Meanwhile, the woodchuck ate the eggs. But I don't really see anything about them going after chickens or going after eggs. Interesting. Continue learning all kinds of weird things around here. One thing I can say is that there is no lack of water out in this area. So it's one thing I can be glad about. And with that comes a lot of other things too. You know, when the streams are first coming in, for the first time, I was seeing a lot of partridge, a lot of upland birds, as they're referred to in the hunting world. I even came across woodcock, and for me, that's a very elusive bird. You don't see it during the daytime. I never have. It's always the really early hours in the morning. It's by areas that have fresh water some recent rainfall, like this creek over here I have on the property. And the last time I saw woodcock before here was down at the Gordon Neck State Game Area in Portage. I went out really early to get my spot for deer hunting, which, no, I still have not been able to get a deer. But I seem to always get turkey. Don't ask me, it seems to piss off the deer hunters, because they're always like, I've never gotten a turkey. Yeah, well, I've never gotten a deer, and out of those two, one fills a freezer. So, I don't consider it bragging when I say, you know, I seem to be able to get a turkey. Ooh, another one of these things. What is... Yeah. So, it's not exactly bragging. At least one feeds people for more than a day. Man, there's a ton of these things. Gotta watch out for the bugs. Although I hear it just adds more protein. So, I don't remember why I was coming over here other than to just look around. Oh yeah, this is the area where I was finding woodcock and partridge, and it's this creek here. I don't believe it was for nesting purposes, but I could be wrong. There are a ton of these things. Yay! Got some snacks. So, anyways, there's more game birds than I anticipated, which is cool. I'll have to be sure to get a license for that, which I believe, as long as you buy the small game license, it's like an optional thing. Like, it's just, they throw it in. And for me, I always declined it because what the hell is I going to do with it? But now, knowing that there is partridge around here, could be a fun activity. Man. You will get eaten. How much you want to bet the nutty flavor is actually from the ants? You know, it's going to be like that movie Medicine Man. Now I'm really showing my age. Sean Connery with a ponytail. And he is in, I think it's like South America in the Amazon. He's trying to find a cure for cancer and some rare plant that nobody even knows if it exists. And then he comes across the cure, but his tests are all messed up. And he can't figure out why he's able to cure the cancer, but he can't reenact the things that he did. And considering the movie is like 30 plus years old, it's not really a spoiler alert if I tell you what happens. But as he's trying to figure it out, eventually at some point it dawns on him that the ants that keep getting into the jar of sugar that he uses for making the formula accidentally got into the formula itself. And that's when he's like, it's not the plant, it's the ants. And then due to clear cutting the Amazon and farmers moving in and destroying the natural habitat, the ants systematically disappear. So it's a good story. It's a good movie. Of course, with the time period it was made, you have to wonder how accurate a lot of it was. I mean, obviously they made up the whole thing about the ants and everything, but who knows? Maybe I'm inoculating myself to certain diseases if I eat a few ants. Man, these things are everywhere. As you can see, we got a lot of rain. I don't remember seeing this flowing the other day when I was back here. But I know we had that hail, strong rain, heavy downpour in a short period of time. So I would have thought with the weather and with the warm spell that we had, we would have mushrooms. And not much of anything. Man, this kind of sucks. But, oh well, I guess I can try again in a few days. But really, there's one thing I've learned about being out in the woods. It's that on days like today, that it is cooler in the woods. I mean, the moment you walk under a tree canopy, it's like 10-15 degrees cooler than it would be out in the field. So if you're lurking out in the open like I was, and you want to cool off, probably a good idea to just go out for a walk in the woods. With a full pipe, not a half-empty one like this one. So, anyways, probably taking up enough of your time as it is. I'm just going to start heading back, see what else I can finish. Continue to grab a few snacks along the way. Who knows? Maybe I'm slowly poisoning myself and I'll get out of work early tonight. And I doubt it. But yeah, it's going to be a warm summer. It's going to cool off a little bit in the next couple of days. And with that, we'll have some better weather to be working. Hopefully I'll get more stuff done in the coming week, because it's going to be in the 50s and 60s instead of it's almost 90 today. Not enjoyable. Not exactly the type of weather you want to work in. And I still have to go back to work at my other job, where the trucks are a horrible color. And as long as they're sitting out in the sun, they are hot to the touch. Thankfully, tonight is not the night where we have to go around checking the oil and burning ourselves, trying to get things done. So anyways, that's about it. Man, there are a ton of these things. This is awesome. It's no wonder people go foraging. It's like what Louis C.K. said. I put food for you on the ground. You just bend over and eat it. What are you doing? Why would you do this? Well, because of jobs. What is a job? I know some things happened with him in the last couple of years. I still think a lot of it is just a bunch of BS. But you have to admit, funny dude. I enjoy his stuff, and I'm kind of pissed off that all of his shows were canceled. But hey, as long as we keep morons in charge who continue to take away all the good stuff, that's what you're going to get, is people taking away all the good stuff. So anyways, that's about it for me. Keep on typing.